Most people think they have a money problem. Trust me, they don't. They have a debt problem. For you see, right now, Americans owe over $17 trillion in total debt. Yeah, you heard that correctly. $17 trillion. I mean, the average household carries tens of thousands of dollars in consumer debt alone. And how do I know? Because I'm one of them. And most people aren't behind because they're lazy. I mean, Americans are some of the hardest workers in the world. But they're behind because interest is quietly eating their future away. But here's the really scary part. You see, most people work their entire lives and never truly own their time. Not because they didn't work hard, but because debt kept them running in place. See, there's a great quote that says, "You can't solve a problem with the same thinking that created it." And that's where most people get stuck. They chase more money, they chase better jobs, they chase raises, overtime, side hustles. But they never fix the most important thing. They never fix this. I know this because I lived it. I was working my butt off, I was paying bills, doing everything I was supposed to do, and still falling behind. But you see, that's when I realized something that changed everything. You cannot build wealth while you're drowning in debt. That doesn't just affect your bank account, it affects how you think. But you see, when you're in debt, every decision feels heavier. Every bill feels urgent. Every setback feels personal. You start telling yourself lies like, "I'll deal with it later. Everyone has debt. Nah, man, I just need to make more money." You see, that mindset kept me stuck longer than the debt ever did. So before I chased more income, before I chased more opportunity, I had to fix this. And so do you. For you see, there was a moment where everything just clicked. I started realizing I was getting older. Not old, but old enough to see the math. I knew I couldn't do this forever. I knew I couldn't be running this hard in my senior years just to survive. And that thought scared the crap out of me. And that's when I matured about life. Stopped caring what other people thought. Stopped worrying about opinions. Stopped comparing my timeline to anyone else's. And I started reading. Yes, real, physical, turn the pages, musty smell books. They opened my eyes. They opened my mind. I started seeing patterns. I realized I already had everything I needed to change my life. But the world around me was designed to keep me distracted, comfortable, and broke. Alright, real quick. If this is giving you value and you haven't liked or subscribed yet, then the clock wins, man. Time always wins when we don't decide. Don't let it win here. Alright, back to it. Well, you see, the system doesn't need you to be stupid. It just needs you to be busy. Busy enough not to ask questions, busy enough to stay distracted, busy enough to keep chasing the next paycheck. Because the system runs on human energy, on broken backs, on long hours, on people trading their best years for bills they never seem to finish paying. But you see, it starts early. You go to school, get a degree, get a job, buy a house. Everything's gonna work out. That's the American dream. But nobody talks about the fine print. About student loans that follow you for decades. Inflation quietly shrinking your money every year. Credit systems that reward debt more than discipline. Work harder, but the finish line just keeps moving. You get a raise, prices go up. You pay one bill, another one takes its place. And when you're exhausted, the system offers comfort.
Okay, let's go.
Entertainment, distractions, easy payments. Ooh, how about this one? Treat yourself. Not to free you, but to keep you passive. And I saw it clearly, man. If I stayed comfortable, if I stayed distracted, if I stayed playing the game the way it was designed, I'd spent my entire life working just to survive. A modern day slave. So I made a decision. Not an emotional one, a strategic one. I would suffer on my terms, temporarily, so I wouldn't suffer forever. That's when I chose to work 80 hours a week. Not because I loved it, not because it was impressive, not to flex, but because I wanted my time back. I wanted freedom. Well, you see, once I saw the game for what it was, I stopped playing it. Stopped buying crap to impress people I didn't even care about. Stopped trying to look wealthy. Started thinking about my future self, my family, the life I wanted 10, 20 years from now. I don't want to be like everybody else. I want it to be me, man. They say necessity is the mother of invention, and necessity forced me to invent systems. Because 80 hours will break you if you don't have discipline. So I went on defense at home. Cut my grocery bill, questioned every subscription. I called my insurance company again and again until I got a cheaper deal. Every dollar had a job. And I did this with everything. Not because I was cheap, but because I was serious. And something powerful started happening. Slowly, but surely, I started paying off debt. For the first time in my life, I wasn't just working, I was making progress. And that lit a fire in me. Because ever since I can remember, I always owed somebody. A bank, a lender, a company. And suddenly, I didn't. That feeling, it was addictive. I became obsessed, not with money, but with freedom. Where you see, nothing succeeds like excess. So I doubled down. More discipline, more structure, more sacrifice. Because every dollar paid off was proof the game could be beaten. And once you see that, you can't unsee it. Let me be clear. 80 hours is not forever. It's a season I chose. So I wouldn't spend my whole life choosing survival. 80 hours didn't give me freedom. Discipline did. Sacrifice did. Consistency did. I was committed. So take a look at your life right now. If you keep living this way, with those same habits, with the same priorities, with the same goals, where's your future self going to be in 5, 10, 15 years? If you don't like where he's going to be, then you have to change. But you see, the best time to do it is right now. This is Ivan versus Time reminding you, make every second count, stay focused, stay driven, and keep fighting that clock. Until next time, take care, everybody.
Come on.